Welcome back, everybody. Courtside in the field house. It's a happy place to be. Here's Coach Valerie King. Coach, what have you been up to the last hour or so?
Yeah, you know.
Nice win, 84-78. You didn't mean to go into overtime, but you got there anyway and still won the game. Went from 8th to tied for 4th in one fell swoop.
Yeah. I mean, crazy game today, up and down, up and down. We knew that New Orleans would want to run. They would run with us. We just knew we had to have a good shot selection and to be able for us to get back in defensive transition. I thought we were pretty good at both of those things, give or take a couple possessions here and there. But I thought we grinded out that first half when we were kind of in a lull. Kind of got ourselves back in the game, tied it up at halftime, and the thing I'm really happy about is we got ourselves out of the locker room. We had a good start in the third quarter, and we were ready to play.
De'Erica Pryor is so much of this New Orleans squad, and y'all really kind of held her in check for the first 3 quarters. What happened after that? They just went to her more?
Yeah, I mean, she's a great player, and, at some point, I think we all thought she would take over and, she'd start making some shots, some tough shots, and she made some tough shots. She made some threes there late when we went zone. Kind of lost her in the shuffle. I do think the zone helped us there to slow them down a little bit and not be able to throw it in the paint quite as much. But I do think we gave up a few too many outside shots that we shouldn't be giving up.
How'd you feel on the inside game? Your squad battled to a 52-all tie in rebounding against a bigger squad.
Yeah, I mean, definitely proud of them. I think we talked before the game. If we could get anywhere near even or 1 or 2 over, we would have a chance to win the game. And it was really good at halftime when they obviously got some second chance points. They were really crashing the boards in the second half, but we led second chance points at the half. So we did our job on the defensive boards for sure tonight.
Second chance points ended up the Lions' way, 12-8. That's 12 points off of 15 offensive boards for your squad, and then you managed to fight your way in there, and New Orleans had 16 offensive rebounds and only got 8 points on that.
Yeah, I mean, 16 is way too many, but, I thought we stood our ground once they did get some of those. And weren't able just to rebound them and lay them in. I thought we were, still in the play, making them shoot it over us, stuff like that.
New Orleans proved that it could run up and down the floor, but Coach, you ended up beating them in fast break points, 14-9.
Yeah, I'd like to have a few more of those. I think we kind of.
I think both teams missed a few.
Yeah,
at the rim.
we missed a few. They missed a few. But I mean, that's a tale of the game. That's for sure.
All right, Mary Delgado off the bench for you this afternoon. 16 points, and she hit some of the biggest ones in the second half.
Yeah, she's back and ready to play. And when she's focused and ready, she's a really, really good player, very talented. And she hit some shots when we needed some to get us going there in the second half, which was awesome.
All right, so in hindsight, every plan comes undone as soon as the game begins. But how did the plan for this game work out for y'all? Was it right on, even in a tight one?
I mean, I do. I think our game plan was right on. They want to score the ball in the paint. They want to drive it at you. They do like to throw it into zero, but their guards are heavy action. They get a lot of their shots. So other than Pryor going off and, getting her going in the second half, I think our game plan was pretty solid tonight, and we stuck to it, which was great.
I don't ever remember seeing Alexis Calderon play with the way she went today. She was like a water bug out there for them.
So funny. That's what I called her in pregame.
Oh, okay.
And the kids were laughing that I said that. But, she's as quick as they come. She's one of the quickest guards off the dribble that we will see in the league. And we talked about it, we weren't squared up on her the first few possessions, and she was able to drive it right by us. And then Amaya and Mia and the other guards transitioned to getting squared up on her. I think Amaya drew 2 charges on her in the first half. So we were able to, get in a stance and stay in front of her a little bit more.
Jasmine Payne gave you just a little over 24 minutes, and pretty good ones, Coach. You don't ever really count on her as a main scorer. She ended up giving you 6, but had 7 rebounds and 2 big blocks.
Yeah, Jazz, I mean, you look at the numbers. Jazz had 7 rebounds. Jordan Beatty had 11. Liv had 16. You know, I mean, they did the brunt of it inside with the rebounding. So all the credit to them. You know, they busted their butts today, and it helped us get the win, that's for sure.
If there is any team against whom Mia Deck feels more obliged to shoot the basketball, it is somebody that's not New Orleans. She fires off 19 of them today. She's quick on the trigger anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she had some good looks, you know, especially there in the second half, you know, right at the basket. She'll normally hit all those. So, you know, she was taking good ones. I mean, they just weren't falling today.
I think today was one of the first times Jordan Beatty, I'm about to bring up, she played 21, 3 points, 11 boards. You already touched on. She had 2 blocks as well. The Lions had 8 overall. But I think this might be a game where a defense finally focused on her a little bit in their game plan.
Right, yeah. I mean, they've probably seen game after game, week after week that, you know, we'll try to throw it into her and let her go score it. So they were, you know, they'll start picking up on that, and, you know, they'll game plan for that now too.
All right, well, make them do something else, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Coach, 6-6. There are, let's see, I believe that means 6 conference games left before the tournament begins.
Right. Yep.
How much situational awareness in the standings and on the floor do your players have to absorb now and you know, show some veteran presence?
Yeah, you know, I think it's we've really got to focus in on and maturing and taking it game by game. Each game is one in of itself, and we have to prepare and be ready to play that game. And, you know, we have to, like I said, we have to mature and be able to work on our game plan, be ready for it, and be ready when the game comes.
All right. I'm sorry, I just drew a blank because
Okay,
I looked
Charlie.
down at the sheet, and we just saw 2 teams fire off 154 shots.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I couldn't do that at the driving range, Coach.
We both shot it. They shot it even more than us. That's crazy, too. 4 more shots than us. I would have never guessed that.
Well, if you're going to have an overtime game, the Saturday double dip is when you want to have it. Right now you've got rest all the way to Thursday's game, and that will be against
Incarnate Word.
Oh, yeah, we're going to San Antonio.
Yeah, we're heading down south.
What do you think of them?
You know, they are a really good team. They play their system. They run offense. They're going to change up their defenses near every possession. You know, I thought we played them pretty good here. You know, we'll tweak some things on the game plan, you know, and we'll be ready for them. I mean, it's, you know, our kids have got to get in their minds that, you know, I mean, I think we can beat anybody in the league if we're ready to play.
Looking at their last 4 games, they have played 3 of the last 4 on the road. They lost at Southeastern. They beat New Orleans by 10. They lost at home for the one match. Lamar came in, got them by 4, but then they went over to Houston and had a coaster against the Huskies, 67-40. That'll be a great rematch, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it will. It'll be a great game, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. You know, get our kids some rest tomorrow, and we'll be back at it on Monday.
All right, Coach, sounds like a plan. Let's just go ahead and do it. All right, remember, we worked on your French beforehand. It's
Charlie,
Mardi Gras Saturday. Yeah, you can. Laissez les bon temps rouler. And all that means is happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras.
I'll say it in English.
All right, that'll work. Hey, that's Valerie King, head coach of the Lion women. Winners tonight. Hey, remember what we used to do when we swept on home games? They'll play in the jungle, the mighty jungle. The Lions sweep tonight.